Hey everybody, welcome back. In this video, you might remember a color palette test in a couple videos back. So in this video, I'm actually making the coasters for that order. And so you can kind of see some of the residuals on the turner there. So if you didn't see that video, we were asked by a friend to do some coasters that were like a manor bluish gray, so like kind of like a light bluish gray with gold and black and white. So we're using the bloom recipe here. So I already have the pillow down on the tile, and that gold we have down there is 24 karat gold by DecoArt. And this color you see me laying down, I actually made myself with Payne's Gray from Colourarte and a little bit of Liquitex Payne's Gray and some white. And I used Interference Blue by Colourarte, which really gave it a really nice shimmer over that gray. So in the color test, I used a brighter gold than this. So in this one, we're using a little bit deeper, the 24 karat gold, and a black cell activator. So one of the composition things I noticed when I was kind of sharing feedback with our friend is some of the coasters that she liked, I had blown the blooms out myself instead of with like a blow dryer or a tool. And so I had a little bit more control over where the cell activator went. And so when we were trying to figure out the composition, I remembered that the set that she liked, I had done before I got a spinner, and so I had blown it out myself instead of using like a Yihho or the world's smallest leaf blower or some of the things you've seen in our previous video. So that allowed me to get the black lacing without it kind of taking over. It was a lot more delicate. So as you can see, we have a little bit of white, and the black is a lot more subtle. So that was the first one. Now we're going to do the second one. Put our pillow down, and the ingredients I use are in the description box. I will say I absolutely recommend taking Shelley's course. There is a 15% off promo code in our description box below. Right now, the Australian dollar is a little bit low if you're in the US, so it's actually a pretty good time to take it if you've considered taking it. And I like to kind of puddle the colors instead of putting them all in perfect circles sometimes, because I like there to be a distinction in the color, and that helps you still get some distinct color. So as you can see, my paints were also pretty thick here. Again, the interference blue I kind of drizzled over the gray on purpose, because when you blow it out, it just looks so pretty over that gray. And not a lot of rhyme or reason here, just throwing it all down there. And here comes a little more gold before our cell activator. I also used a little less cell activator to reduce the amount of black. So it helps make sure we have black lacing, but it doesn't completely take over. So sorry about my big old head. And unfortunately, I can't really show you guys a good side angle where I blow it without readjusting the camera. I was trying to think through how to do that, but they blew out really nicely, and I really like the lacing and kind of the delicate look. And it's hard to tell with the studio light, but that interference blue looks really beautiful over the gray. We actually ended up making 8 tiles with a similar color scheme, and another friend of ours bought the other set. So here's the third one. Really tried to trim down some of the lead time, because, you know, me pouring white paint on a tile is probably not that exciting for you. I noticed that I have quite a mess on my spinner. I probably need to clean it off. Sometimes I like to let the skins dry and then I use them for magnets or earrings or whatever. Here comes our interference blue, maybe a little more gold and a little more gray, and then our cell activator. So if you're not familiar with Shelley's class and you hear me say cell activator, the cell activator is mentioned in the description, and different people try different things. I like Australian Floetrol. I think it's a lot easier to deal with, but a lot of people make American Floetrol work. I do intend to try to demonstrate a couple of those for you, but I've been a little bit limited on time as far as being able to do that comparison. But one of the reasons that it works so well with this recipe is because of the kind of paint that you're putting down underneath it. I have not personally tried using this as like a cell activator in other pieces. I know that Floetrol, both Australian and US Floetrol, can cause cell reactions. So, but when I say cell activator, it's kind of specific to this style of painting. I know that I've seen people do swipes with Australian Floetrol and paint, so I'm sure that it's very cell reactive in other ways too. But one of the reasons why you get the kind of cells you get is because of the way it's reacting to the paint underneath it as well. So anyway, I just wanted to throw out that caveat. But I did acrylic pouring before I took Shelley's class, and I do want to do some like kind of more fundamental pours for people who do general acrylic pouring that maybe haven't taken Shelley's class. I've just really been practicing a lot lately with this technique, so that's why so many of our videos have been geared around the bloom technique. But the other day I discovered a whole bunch of tiles that I used to paint on when I was just doing flip cup pours and those kinds of things, and I was like, I probably need to do some ring pours and some of those things. So hang in with us. We're going to do some more of that stuff coming up soon. I think this one is one of my favorites. I like how the lacing kind of goes all over the place, but it also has a lot of the bluish gray color. And I believe I'm using, I think I'm using golden carbon black for this cell activator. Sorry about my dog making all that noise. All right, last but not least, hopefully my camera doesn't do that out of focus thing. On this one, I realized that I forgot to hit the record button. So sorry about that. Let me think of what else. So in the description box, I always try to list our materials as much as I can. I told you about the 15% off for Shelley's class. What's really great about taking the class, of course, other than learning from Shelley herself, is you're part of a really great community of other students who have already taken the class, and they help each other out so much. And as Shelley learns new things, she shares those ideas with the group. So it's a really great opportunity. It's been really life-changing because it makes you change the way you think of like where your limitations are with acrylic pouring. Sorry about my big head. And we do have an Etsy store. Working on adding more pieces to our Etsy store, so I will post that link below as well for those who are interested in following us. Sorry if you guys can hear our squeaky water hose in the background. So what you see me doing there when I'm wiggling the turner is I'm impatiently wiggling it, hoping that the middle will go back faster instead of just waiting like I should. But I honestly really did like the simplicity of these. They're not colors I would have chosen because I tend to go for bright, bold colors, but I thought they turned out really beautiful. And for some weird reason, the color palette really reminds me of like some sunflowery theme, which makes really no sense, but I really liked them. Anyway, I really hope that you guys have enjoyed the video and enjoyed the experiment. I really try to do as much as I can on camera, even if it turns out to be kind of a flop, because I always learn from other people's experiences like that. And so this was a fun color palette for me to try, and it kind of pushed me out of my comfort zone as well. And our friend really loved them, so that's also a win. But leave us a comment if you're not already a subscriber. We would love it if you would subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. And thank you again for watching. Have a great day.